moving from known to unknown. The spiritual journey or the journey in life, whatsoever you may call, is the journey from known to unknown. You know where you are. Your residence, your house is known to you. You got a new job, a new place. You have to familiarize yourself with your new location. Passage from your home to your workplace. And sometimes if you are a professional or you are not working in an office alone where the location of your work is fixed. You are on a traveling job. You are moving from one location to another, like those who are in the accounts or other fields or a salesman. They have to go explore new opportunities, move from their known place to the unknown. You are working as an auditor in an office, or your job is that of a stage performer or a singer. You have to move to different locations for your performance. So you have to get familiarized with it. Along the way, there are nuances, many attractions. You are suppose going for a new location for performance of your job. There are passage. Firstly, the road map is unknown to you. So for that, there is an assistance. Now you can use the Google Map or any other travel apps. But along that, there are nuances, many attractions along the way. They are ready to distract you every time. Before these travel apps were available, we have to inquire from the people along the way to confirm that I am on the right path. This is how it happens. You know your location, the known, and you have to reach to the unknown. But there is a passage from known to unknown. And along with that, there are many attractions which are along your way. They are distractions. Once you know the passage, how all the way from the known to the unknown, it takes a little time for you to familiarize. And it happened, I give you the practical example. 3 times we have to drop certain items to a particular location for a customer. Use the travel app, a passage that I have known. So first time it was okay. It says that now you have arrived at your location. So the location is still a distance away, a few houses. Next time I took the other route and there was a problem. So this time when I was to go, I said I will go from the same route, which is easier and shorter. The other route which I had taken the second time was a longer route, and it was difficult. Although my focus was on that, Also, time factor was important in life. You have to know that you have given single opportunity, that you are working within a time frame, that this opportunity that has come to you, it will not be available again. And for how long you have been waiting for such opportunities to come to your way, now it has come. The result in the business was, I am establishing a customer, delivering a certain amount of merchandise to the person. So once she likes it or the person likes it, the orders will be repeated. So in the same way, along the inward journey, the opportunity comes only once in a while, and there is a proverb, catch the fortune by the forelock, because this never comes back again to you. And when it will come back, nobody knows. When will this you nobody knows. So you have to know the passage and how you have to move your journey. And in inner life, it is journey of consciousness. Your consciousness, like see your presence, is at home. That's where you're living. You are moving from that presence to another presence or that particular work. So in this case, your consciousness is focused or stored in your rest place. Where is the place? Is your mind, your conditionings, your egocentric identities. That's where you live. That's where from there you look at life, every circumstance and situations. All your life evolves out of that residence, place. And from there you are moving to another place which is unknown to you, unfamiliar, that is the heart. Thinking is easy for you to feel. Because we are too much thinking, we say that he is a great thinker. But we don't say that he is a great feeler. Is something wrong the moment he said he is a feeler. So, from thinker, you have to become a feeler. And from the feeler, you have to come to the realm of being. This is the journey. Once you have known the passage from thinking to feeling, from your residence to the new location where you have to go, then you have to remain there until in the state of beingness, until that job or the work that you have come there has been performed and performed to the best. Then if it is performed properly, then you will have to come back again to the same location. And then it may be your employer will find that your performance is very good, so he will send you to the other locations. So you are moving from the thinking to feeling. And if your performance from thinking to feeling at one location, from thinking you have come to feeling, and then feeling you have become to the being. No thinking, no feeling at that moment. When you come from one location to the other, you have to feel it first. And after you have felt the everything, location and the job and everything, then you have to perform. The beingness, if I put it this way, is the performance. So you have moved from one realm of thinking, egocentric identities, through your freedom and spontaneity. So the journey has begun beyond the egocentric identities through the vehicle of spontaneity, freedom, childlikeness. You come to the realm of feeling. That is not enough. When you have reached the feeling, then you have to be in that feeling. Then you forget about the feeling. The feeling was simply to bring you to that position. You are at home, you have a guest visiting you. You have to carry him. You have invited him for a dinner or a lunch outing. So from thinking, from your residence, you come with that person to the spot, to the restaurant, feeling. But is your objective is simply to bring him to the restaurant? No. Then as a host, you have arrived. So the first objective is fulfilled. You have arrived to the restaurant. Along the way from your home to the restaurant, there may be a traffic jam. There may be other distractions. A phone call comes in, or you see a traffic jam. But is your coming, bringing that person to the restaurant, is all? No. You have arrived from thinking to feeling. Now you are in the realm of feeling, the restaurant. Now you have to be there, enjoy what it is this feeling has brought to you. Then and only then you will get the satiation. Can you get the satiation when your host says that today we will go to a restaurant? Has it satiated you? It brought an enthusiasm in you that today we are going for a restaurant, a new restaurant. So you will, when you reach there, you look at the ambience, you are feeling the ambience, you are feeling the whole atmosphere. Then you sit down, look at the menu, and you order the things. When everything is served to you, then you are enjoying. That is being. In the spiritual realm, thinking, feeling, and being. Then you have to be in that moment. What you are feeling, is it on the surface? So when the feeling and being becomes one, you enter into a different kind of a dimension. And that's where satiation comes in. You have come to the restaurant, you have not ordered anything. Will there be satiation just on the very thought that you have arrived? Thinking, feeling, being. 3 realms are very important. Both, this is how the life have 2 approaches. Feeling and thinking. And when you transcend from feeling and thinking, you come to the realm of being. And then the satiation comes in. So, from thinking to feeling, what happens? The past is left, the residence, although it is temporary. You are coming to that restaurant. You may go next time to another one. So you are leaving the known, the egocentric identities, your conditionings, your past memories. That is where Shankar says, Mano Buddha Ahankar Chittani Naham. Neither I am the storehouse of the memory, nor I am the mind, nor I am intellect, nor egocentric identities. So you are leaving that to begin your passage from thinking to feeling, from thinking or the mind to the heart center. But heart center, it can be felt at different locations. Your entire body, everything in a spiritual field, there are many realms of mukams of kalb. So you are moving from suluk to kalb, thinking to feeling. Then you have to be where at this location, this cabin that you have booked to enjoy your lunch or dinner, that is the mukam, that is the spot where you will sit down for a certain period of time, and you will move from feeling to thinking. Sometimes you find that this location is not very good. So you ask, can we change this location to the other? So sometimes you change the location. When you change the location, it's a totally a different kind of environment. Once you know this secret, this passage, you can travel from that point to the other as many times as you like, at your own will. You don't need the passage, you don't need any assistance from anyone. So what happens that once you have known the passage, means you have developed a positive approach to life. Then you don't need anyone. You don't need any travel guide. You don't need any travel app. A Buddha, a master, is a travel app. He guides you in the moments when you are in despair. So once you have discovered the travel app, that approach, then you can move very easily from known to the unknown. And you can move to that location as many times as you like, and you can be refreshed again and again. You can be refreshed again and again. And if you have to move to the head, you can use it. You can move in the ordinary world that you have known, working but not getting involved in it. Then what happens? From thinking you have moved to feeling, and from the feeling you have ultimately come to the state of being that becomes your permanent residence. From that residence, from your bedroom, you can move to the living room, you can move to another bedroom, you can move to kitchen, you can move to the garden, you can move to the garage, anywhere, wherever your job is needed. If you have known how to move from thinking to feeling, and from feeling you have come to the abode of being, then if you have to move to the head, thinking for certain things is needed, you can use it. You can move in ordinary world, working, but not getting involved. Because deep down you know that which is known by the intellect is partial. So you know thinking has its own relevance. But the journey, that's where you were, you have to move from there via the route of feeling to being. Once you are being, then you can use the feeling as well. You can go back to thinking when it is needed there. So you have a free access. You have known the passage, you don't need the travel app. You don't need the master. He have only showed you the passage and showed you the way how to move on your own. and a partial truth is more dangerous than a lie, because it appears to be true but it is deceptive. There are some more pointers. I have to take this example in order to explain the journey from thinking to feeling and from feeling to the being. When you move to the heart, from thinking to feeling, you look at the existence as a total being. You have come from your residence to the restaurant. You can look at the restaurant in the totality. All the passage from your car parking to the cabin or table which is assigned to you, the kitchen, the other area, all are important. The restaurant means totality. Totality of the car park, totality of the different tables and cabins, private dinner places, the place for corporate dinners, and sometimes we take this restaurant for business meetings. Jesus used to eat and drink with the disciples, with the people, and that's where he used to transform them. So most of the business meetings takes place over lunch or dinner. So you are looking at the restaurant, all the places, all the tables, the kitchen, the cashier's area, all that is where the food is prepared and where it is presented, it is dished out to be served, to be brought, the process involved, making the food presentable, taking out from the pot to the serving dish, and from serving dish to your table. You have to look at that new location in its totality. If the kitchen is not good, if the seating arrangement is not up to mark, you will not like to come back to this place again. So mind is a fragment, hand is a fragment, leg is a fragment, stomach is a fragment. Your body taken in parts, when it is taken in parts, is fragmented. The heart is not a fragment. That is why your hand can be cut off, but you will be still alive. Even your brain can be removed, but you are alive. Only if the heart is gone, then you are gone. So all the tables, if one cabin is removed or renovated, that does not mean the restaurant is finished. This area, you say, is under renovation, but kitchen is still operating, restaurant is operating, the business is going on as usual. So if your hand is cut off or leg is cut off, that does not mean you are not. You cannot be entertained, because entertainment is coming from the kitchen area. So everything, life has to be seen as a totality, not in fragments. Really, my whole body can be removed, but if heart is beating, I am alive. The entire location, when it is under renovation, there is no seating arrangements. So what happens there? You make a temporary arrangements, and there you provide the facilities for buffet or anything until the renovation is complete. So kitchen is completed, or you can even create a temporary kitchen, and from there you start serving. So life is to be seen in its totality, not in fragments. The heart means the wholeness. So until mind is a fragment, your egocentric identity is a fragment. From fragment you have come to the wholeness, the heart. If the heart continues to beat, even if it a particular part of your body is inoperative properly, you are alive. Performance may be little less, but you are still alive. The heart means your wholeness. So in order for transformation, this is an important juncture. You have to attain to the wholeness. So when the heart fails, you are no longer there. As long as all parts may be there, all parts, all other things are just parts, disposable. But the heart is most important. If heart is beating, everything is intact. The center of the heart is the very core of your existence. Kitchen area is the core or the center of the restaurant. Although it is the business of the restaurant is taken into happens through this sitting or the dining area. But dining area can be renovated, but as long as other areas are renovating and kitchen is in operation, your business is intact. The center of the heart is the very core of your existence. I can touch you with my hand. That touch will give me a certain knowledge about you, about your skin, whether it is smooth or not, whether it is what kind of a texture is this. The hand will give you a certain knowledge to me about you. But that knowledge will be partial because my hand is not wholeness. Unless my whole hand is connected to the center from where everything is recorded, or I can see you. My eyes will give you a certain will give me a certain knowledge about the different standpoints, but that will not be whole. I can think about you, again the same thing, but if I cannot feel you, or if I feel you in parts, through your touch, I am reaching through that. You have to reach, not remain at that particular spot. Through this cabin or table where you are sitting, you are reaching directly connected. Through the medium, through the waiter, you are connected to the kitchen. That's where all the activities take place. So eyes can see, hands can feel, can touch, but if this information, just as you are sitting on a table and your information, your order is not being carried by the waiter to the kitchen, and when the work is done there and the food is not served, you are sitting there, is of no use. So my hand is touching you, my eyes are seeing you, my ears are hearing you, but if this information, there is no connection with the wholeness, that is your heart center, all these are irrelevant. If I feel you at all, I feel you in your wholeness. That is why, unless you know through love. So this knowing happens only through love. You never know the wholeness of any person. To know the wholeness of a person, the way is love. Through love, that is feeling, you see the person, you touch the person, the message goes to the main center from where all that is happening. You cannot know the person. Only love can reveal the wholeness, the whole personality to you, the whole being, the essential, the total can only be known through love. And love can happen only when thinking you move to feeling in a totally different manner. Love means knowing through the heart, feeling through the heart. So to me, feeling and knowing are not two fragments of your being. Feeling is your whole being and knowing is just a fragment. I can know you, but I have not felt you. I have known you in parts. Through that part, as I said, through the table which is assigned to you, you are feeling the kitchen. How you are feeling the kitchen? What comes out of the kitchen in the form of dishes that gives you satiation. So from that spot where you are sitting in the restaurant, you have reached to the kitchen, and from there what comes to you satiates you. Love is that restaurant, the passage. Means knowing through the heart, feeling through the heart. Feeling and knowing are two fragments of your being, of your wholeness. Feeling is your whole being, and knowing is just a fragment of it. Enough for now.